Good morning. Coming to you live from my office. Happy Monday. Hopefully everyone had a blessed weekend. This video I want to touch on is something very, very important. So if you're thinking about buying or even selling, please watch the whole video. My whole goal is to protect my clients. And today I want to touch on the strategy around the 2-1 buy down, the 3-2-1, and really those primary finance options and things you need to look out for as you move forward. It's my job not only to find you the best deal, right, on a home, whether you're buying or selling, but also to do what protects you, what protects your investments, and what makes the most sense. So with that said, as things have continued to evolve with rates in the industry, in the housing market, I personally feel like we're starting to enter a zone where now, even with the 2-1 buy down, we have to be a little careful and we have to look ahead, right? It's a strategy that works, but it does not work for everyone. And basically what I mean by that is if you're coming to the table, down payment assistance, things of that sort, maybe I don't have a large amount to put down on the home, my loan to value is a lot higher than someone who puts down, say, 20%, 50%, so on and so forth, right? So in that scenario, if I were to get a 2-1 buy down, I'm hoping that over the next 2 years, rates will drop to a point where I can refinance and basically have a lower payment. Well, it's not something you want to put all your eggs in that basket. And here's why. Here's the caution. Here's the lookout. In the event for that individual that housing prices continue to move in the direction they are right now, let's say they continue to drop up until spring, right? Let's say we get a 10% drop. Well, now that individual that was at, say, a 90% loan to value ratio has lost 10% of their equity. So when they go to refinance, there's a chance that the bank or the loan company may say, hey, your home is now worth X. And unfortunately, we cannot refinance you into the lower rate because your loan to value ratio is too high. They all have kind of windows or percentages that they work within when they're looking at refinancing, when you're looking at buying a property, things of that sort. So you can possibly end up in a situation where you cannot refinance to that lower rate, right? So with that being said, if that's your strategy, if that's how you're approaching it, check with your realtor, hopefully me, make sure it makes the most sense. Check with your loan officer because you don't want to be in that predicament where you're relying on the 2-1 buy down and then to find out you can't do it later. Now there's more pressure on the payment, right? So when you're making that decision, when you're buying in today's market, be sure you are comfortable with that house and the rate at 7%, for example. Buy that home as if the 2-1 buy down will not happen, right? Make sure you're comfortable with that as you move forward later down the road, because we don't know when rates are going to drop. We don't know when they're going to shift. We don't know when the market's going to shift. We don't know if prices are going to continue to go down. We don't know if they're going to go up, right? So keep that in mind. And down the road, when you get to that point, if you can refinance to the lower rate and everything works out, then it's cherry on top. It's a bonus. It's a win-win situation, right? So just something to keep in mind. The 2-1 buy down, the 3-2-1, great strategy, not meant for everyone. Make sure we all do what we can to protect you and put you in the best scenario in the future, right? Do not buy a home relying on strictly that strategy. Please bring in all the other factors. All right. So with that, I wish everyone has a blessed week. If you got any more questions, you want to talk in more details, feel free to give me a call. Shoot me a text, 720-877-1940.